Hi, how are you today? Is anybody listening? Greetings from the ether. Hey, the dog is whining. I can show you the dog. I was saying, uh, I put out this video and I got a response from somebody that I know that's sort of a friend. I don't know if you know much about the after. Well, you don't know much about the afterlife. I'm assuming, unless you're a ghost watching this, in which case, I'm preaching to the choir. But whatever. So when you die, there's sort of this concierge service, which means um, things that you immediately need are provided to you. So, for instance, you pretty much, for a long time after you're dead, wear the outfit or have the pardon me, have the appearance of the person you were right when you died. So that means like if you were wearing Nikes, you're wearing Nikes. The unfortunate part about that is sometimes, your final raiments become soiled in the process if you're dying. So for instance, if you're shot in the head, just hope you're wearing a hat because the deal there is there's a dry cleaning service, right? It's dry cleaning for the dead. And it's run by this guy named Charlie. He's kind of a curmudgeon, but he's cool. He's cool. So anyway, you die. You are given this sort of curated entry into the afterlife. And part of that is you are directed to a dry cleaner through a portal in your house that you died in or, that you're attached to. And then uh, you're transported to this dry cleaner and, you give the dry cleaner, his name is Charlie, he's been doing it for centuries, your clothes, and then he uh, returns them to you in completely repaired fashion, which is incredible. As I mentioned earlier, like if you get shot in the head and you're wearing a hat, he fixes up the hat, zip zap zap, no problem, right? You gotta really perfectly cleaned, pressed, and repaired hat over the gaping wound in your head, which is great. I happened to die with. I was not wearing this veil when I died. I happened to die wearing a party outfit, and I don't know, maybe 20, 25 years ago. I can't really recall at this point. You recall that I came from the 70s. I died during the 70s, late 70s. And so I about 25, 30 years into it, the dry cleaning guy reaches out to me and says, "Hey, I got some ghostly raiments. I thought you might enjoy these items." And uh so they got delivered to me, and it's part of our little friendship and our history now. So going back to what he says, here's his letter. I remember you when you came into my shop and needed your veil cleaned because some ass hat phantom blue ectoplasm uh over it. uh, um, uh, I can laugh now. I can laugh now. It's been long enough. What a job that was, he says. Hey, listen, just for the record, it wasn't at me. I just walked by when it happened. Just 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 to keep the record straight. He continues to say, "So, how's it going?" I'm on YouTube trying to get people to listen to me, so make your own assumptions there. dry cleaning for the recently deceased really picked up during the COVID pandemic they had on the material plane. Yes, whew, my livings got COVID, and I tell you what, they were the biggest babies in the world about it. But I guess I don't know that much about COVID, so what do I know? But they didn't die, and that's fortunate. But I heard on the Livings news that it was a terrible, terrible time. So, but good for business for you. So that's good. Further, he says, I'm looking forward to my retirement whenever that comes. So, you want questions? Okay. Where is a decent place to retire on the ether side? Thank you. Oh, well, thanks for the thank you. That's great. And it's signed Charlie the Dead Dry Cleaner. So that's an apt title. That's exactly his title in the concierge service uh, directory. He's listed as Charlie the Dead Dry Cleaner. So, to answer your question, Charlie, I died in Las Vegas, and I've talked to a couple other ghosts around the country. The thing is, we're always cold. I don't know what it's like there for you as the undead dry cleaner. Maybe being around the machinery, it's constantly warm. I don't know, but just a part of, as you know, part of the existence, you, Charlie, know, part of the existence of a ghost is living and living with constant sub freezing like temperatures. Like you're below room temperature, you're always cold. So if you are able to choose, Charlie, the place where you spend your final years in the afterlife, however many those may be, um, and may you enjoy as few or as little as you like. I would suggest Arizona, Las Vegas, Florida, pretty much the same place all old people retire to, pretty much for the same reason. We want to be someplace warm. It's a little less than freezing here in the desert. I don't know why that's true on the ethereal plane, that the ethereal temperature raises depending on how hot it is where you are or how cold it is where you are, right? So I would say Vegas, Florida, Arizona. Those are your top three. You're gonna be a little less cold, which is great. So I'm very excited that someone is listening, even though it's another dead person. I'm really looking for some living people to come forward and talk to me. But Charlie, it's been a blast from the past, as they say. I am so grateful that you reached out to me because I was really starting to get a little worried. Uh, I'm getting a little bit of an undead following though, and that's interesting. Because as I said, I can be seen on film, which is huge for a ghost. So imagine my frustration that I'm trying desperately to reach out to living people, and the person that responds is, "No offense, Charlie. I meant everything I said. You're a great guy and the best dry cleaner this side of the afterlife. But listen, I want to talk to some living people. So, is anybody listening? Greetings from the ether. This has been your Ghostess with the Mostess, Googie Ballyhoo, signing off."